At the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela rivers, we're in the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at Acrisure Stadium. It's been a great day of football to begin the season, and now it's time for our main event. We're off on Sunday night. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
He's trying to push the field. This is caught inside the 15. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Tez Walker touchdown. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1 for 1. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Johnson now on the return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 32. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. The Steelers set to punt it. And no doubt he wants to get his season started with a good one here. Fair catch is made a yard or 2 short of midfield. No return on that punt. And the Ravens will go on offense. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Fits it through the middle. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Laying out for this one, and he makes the catch. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Throwing now on first down. It's caught Metcalf. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers make it a one-score game. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. First down, here's Lamar. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. The third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They go play fake with Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Lamar now from the gun. Escapes out to the left. Complete Derrick Henry. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Throw caught at the 6. Play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal. It's an option to the left side. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
So from the 3, here's second and goal. Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Ravens grow there. So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. So this solid first half continues for them. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach here, Kate, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. They've come out strong. They've been the ones dictating the tempo, and as a result, they add to the scoreboard.
Jackson has it, third and goal. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that sack going to cost them some yardage. Staring at fourth down, the Ravens will go with Justin Tucker to try for 3. On the left hash, 34 yards away. Bullock's kick is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game. That's the end of the first quarter and our first Sunday night game of the season. Our score, 17-7. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Second quarter all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. Chased out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Johnson. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. This is Metcalf working that right side. And he's out the clear. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers reduce the lead to just 4. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Steelers cut it to a field goal game. Raleigh set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Motioning him from the slot right. Throwing now on 1st down. It's Jackson. Rolling into enemy territory. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the red zone. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he finds him in the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens make it a 9-point advantage. It's a Tez Walker touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens make it a 10-point ball game. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Calvin Austin on the return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The rookie out of Colorado, the one to bring him down. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Buys time, rolling right. Into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. And he makes the Hef call. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. He not only broke on it to make the pick, Brock, but he was on the move real quick. Knowing short field, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or two to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes. And if you don't, well, it's 6 the other way.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens take a 3-possession lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. On the return, here comes Austin. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. He's racing past midfield. And they finally bring him down after a huge return into their territory. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Getting right back to it after that interception. Throwing deep for the end zone. He's got it deep downfield. And got his man. That's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Pat Freiermuth the touchdown. That's up and through for the point after. And the Steelers cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Lamar back to throw. He's on the move. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Here's Lamar. Escapes the pocket. It is Kupp, left side. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. All right, set now, 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Henry. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Minkah Fitzpatrick in on the stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
From the 38. Forced out to his right. He's on the move. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Extra man in the secondary for the Steelers. 3rd down coming up. Henry with the first and still going. And finally, they catch up to him at the 11. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens grow their lead just before halftime. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens take a 3-possession lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Caught by Freiermuth. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
When you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
That's to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
To the air now on 1st and 10. On target to Dobbins. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable, and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Here's 2nd and 2. He fires one deep down the middle. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Down the run right, throwing deep down the side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Come out throwing. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. 1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And he's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. Chidobe, Awuzie, they're on the tackle. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Setting up a throw. On the move, headed right. Able to find Gainwell. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. They'll come up 1st and 10. They're throwing it. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Whew. I think the coverage got away with one right there, Kate. There was actually space, and if that throw came out 1 second earlier, that could have been 6.
2nd and 10 now. Left side, caught by Metcalf. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. From the red zone now. Chased out to his right. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Steelers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here he goes on the bootleg. Buying some time right. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
They've got a man in motion. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Rolling left, buying some time. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
1st down, here's Lamar. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens push their lead further to start the half. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Austin. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. It's taken in by Washington. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. A 4th for him in this game, and one more ties the record. That one right down the middle. And the Steelers cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Lamar now from the gun. Connects with Bateman. Gets some space around midfield. 30. He's at the 10. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens make it a 16-point ball game. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they have prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Austin. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Buys time, rolling right. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. No driving forward, but won't get beyond the line. Tackled by the venerable Cameron Hayward. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. They send a man in motion. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Big gain downfield. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Lamar off the play fake. Getting out to his left. He's going to keep it this time. The ball is out. Oh, but the fumble goes out of bounds. Ooh, close call there. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down. We give to Henry on the inside handoff. We'll cobble together a yard there. Tackled by the venerable Cameron Hayward. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
He'll take the option to the right on second down. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the press for moving the chains that time.
When they drop these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
That's the end of the third on Sunday night. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Here's Henry on the option. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens put up even more points in a win. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens make it a 24-point ball game. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Johnson with a return here. Good looking return here, and he's got room. He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. He's on the move. He just throws this one away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
He's going to push one deep. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Ravens will take over as he records.
Two in, two back ends, booked up, look up, I'm flying, yeah I'm free now, see now, society's time me release now, crazy, I'm finna go see now, big style, big deals, vitamin water, that's a big one, 6 mil, coach came to me like I'm D1, like Will, got 17 hours to the flight out. Only got time for a night out. So tell me what you want from me. We ain't get and throw. J. Cole said it's memes and mules, but I'm the king and I just it all. Really wanna wipe me down, I got more patience than a hospital. Sweaty better beef with me, they never beef with life's obstacles. I'm bad as a bone out. I'm way too toned to be toned down. Too big, so I'm cocky. From the back while I'm Twitter with my phone out. Got an Eminem deal, but I'm Hershey 6'2", dark skin, with purpose. Never voicemail on my phone last night to myself saying Lil Curtis. Yeah. You know I gotta catch my flight. You know I gotta reach new heights again. You know I'm running up at night. You know I only get one life for this.
Hey, yo, fresh out the beta game in my jeans.